So in the mornings, I like to start with a clean kitchen and then I go from there. So I'm just making sure that all the dishes from breakfast kind of get in the dishwasher. Once it's full enough, I like to make sure that I wash the dish or run the dishwasher, and that way I have time later, either before my son's nap or after his nap, I can undo the dishwater or unload the dish washer and actually have a clean kitchen, and for dinner I can start loading dishes again. Next, I am taking out all of my sensitive clothes and I hang them up on this rack right here, and I end up taking them outside because it's such a nice day and they dry so much quicker and feel so much fresher when they get air dried. And then I'm just loading up another load of laundry. While the dishwasher and the laundry is going, I decided to go ahead and come over here. I've had some ideas of decorating this little my little table area here, and as you can see, I have things that I need to hang up, but I'm still trying to figure out where I want them, and putting them up on this table keeps them in my sight still so I don't forget, but out of the way of my kids. And this little lavender branch here was 97 cents at Walmart, and I did this in my kitchen windowsill where I just cut off all the sprigs that had lavender on them, which were about 5, and it fit perfectly in these little I don't know what you would call these, like blocks, you know, with holes in them. Total, you know, farmhouse style. I used one in my windowsill in my kitchen and loved it, and now I wanted to do it on my table, and I just cut the sprigs off and put them in the holes, and just makes for a really pretty centerpiece, and simple and not expensive at all. The black block that's holding them was at Hobby Lobby after Christmas on clearance for $6 to $7, and I got 2 of them, and I'm so glad that I did. Now I'm just kind of giving the table a good wipe down where I don't have stuff sitting on it, and just making sure I clean off all of my kids' little messes that they make while they're eating, because the side of the tables get super sticky. I moved the other decorations so you could see a before. So this is how it looked before, and this is the after, which I think looks really nice, just adding a little bit of color that goes really well with the dark table and the light runner. And just nice and simple, not too much to where I can work at the table still and we can eat and not have to move things, but have a nice little short table area. So what I'm doing now is getting my son's snack ready for the week. I get a bag for each day. I write a little message on it, and I'm sorry you can't see them right now. I realize that later, and I'll show you what the messages are in just a few minutes. But I write a little message on it, and that way when he goes to get his snack, he can read the message. He's learning to read right now, so if he doesn't know what it says, he just asks the teacher, and it's kind of a nice little surprise for him. Right now he's into Cheez-Its, so I'm filling them up with Cheez-Its, and I end up putting some craisins in there, and you'll see in just a little bit I'm actually putting a nice little surprise. My son came home with a plastic toy spider the other day that he won from his prize box, and he's been trying to scare me with it all weekend, so I'm actually going to sneak it in one of these bags. And see the spider right there, and hopefully he doesn't accidentally throw it away because he might be upset, but he'll find it and hopefully he gets a good laugh out of it. So I just write a message. If you don't know what kind of message you want or can't think of something, I've gone to Pinterest, and that helps me out a lot as well. So I fill them all up. I close them up and I put them to the side, so every morning I end up grabbing a bag and just putting it right in his backpack super quick. And I must not have actually filmed it, but I remember seeing that spider, going back to it and putting it in one of the bags. So it's in there, trust me. Now I'm just taking a few minutes to go through our mail, making sure that I'm taking care of everything I need to today and cleaning off the counters. I decided to clean and clean our toaster, and that was kind of a messy job, but it had to get done. And as you can see, it's kind of a cycle. I go back and forth between doing some stuff around the house and laundry. I'm loading up a load of laundry, and I had just put some that were in there in the dryer, so I'm getting all of that ready to go for later. Now it is back to the dishes. I'm going to unload the dishwasher, and I just feel really productive about this day here. I was able to set up some Legos for my son, and he loves this YouTube show called Blippi, which we found many years ago for my first son, which is fun and educational, and he really loves playing and watching that at the same time. I don't usually like to just leave him there to play by himself, but I really love seeing him play by himself and entertain himself, and it's just so nice that he gets to do that and not is always wanting my attention. But I do go back and forth to him because it is just so cute, and I want to play Legos with him, and he's just in such a fun little age right now. But it is allowing me to get some stuff done, like these dishes, which is kind of cool. Like I said, I feel super productive today, being able to do laundry and clean the kitchen at the same time is actually making me feel really good, and I'm probably just in a big nesting phase, but I'm liking it. And now I'm just kind of tidying up the living room area. Both living rooms have toys in them, but this one gets pretty, it just has a lot more stuff going on in it. So I'm tidying it up, wiping down the tables, preparing for my shower this weekend, and I wanted the windows nice and clean. So now I am on to decluttering the toys, and I decided that the two smaller totes would be the ones that I put toys in that I'm going to put up in my kids' rooms. We have a 2-story and we don't have really any toys up there because I don't like leaving them up there by themselves just yet. But I think we're getting to the point where I can go ahead and give them some time to play in their room and have friends over. They'll have something to do. And the big one's probably going to be toys that I end up putting in the garage, which is nice because if they play with them, great, but if they don't, we can donate them. Now I'm just organizing the Legos my son played with while he was playing earlier. Right now he's napping. I'm organizing underneath the entertainment center to best fit some of our toys a little bit better, and just putting together some piles of things that we may not keep, or at least keep in the house down here. I'm also transferring all of our little people toys to a bigger tote since it's basically about to fall over there, and making sure that I have a bag for all of the little figures and that we can just have it organized. Here is the list that I was going off of. As you can see, I have decluttering toys. I have other things that I didn't get to do just yet, but I am working on them, and I just looked at this list and I felt like, oh my goodness, I didn't do anything, and I've been on my feet doing stuff all day long. So then I realized that decluttering the toys was taking a while. And you know, as a mom, a stay-at-home mom, you go back and forth between your kids and your stuff that you need to do, but I did get my son's snacks ready, so I was able to check that off of the list. And let's see, I'm going to be able to partially check declutter toys. So I would have decluttered the toys anyways, but it was part of preparing for my sprinkle. I'm going to wait on vacuuming until a couple days from now, or the morning of. I was able to do my counters. I dusted some things, but I wanted to make sure I dusted everything that I could, so that was only partially done, and sinks and toilets are going to have to wait a day or two. I was able to wipe the tables, which I'm sure I'll have to do every day until then. Well, every day anyways. And at this point, I didn't check off windows because I wanted my husband's help. And now that I have actually gone through this day, and I'm talking after it happened, I am going to be able to check off windows because my husband came home and helped me with the windows. But decluttering toys is going to be an ongoing process for the next couple days before I go back to work on Thursday. After I decluttered and just tried to get the house ready for the shower. Obviously, I'm going to take care of those things. But yeah, I have my son's puzzles in there. We're going to take care of the wine being so low. For the shower, I think I'm going to put some pictures up of as I'm growing and a couple of the baby sonograms. And we'll probably put these toys inside of the garage. But you saw I have toys in there. Not too many. I'm going to try a little bit of a more minimal approach, although it's probably not as minimal as minimalists would do. And then we have our Legos down there. I think for the shower, I'm gonna have like a little sign on this table for thank you cards, and well, you know, so they can fill out their addresses on the thank you cards. And we're gonna put this table up against the window and have like a nice pretty display for the food, and most likely have like this be like either the dessert or the mimosa bar. And this would probably be dessert or mimosa with whatever we decide.